change your beard when I don't flatten it. You little bitch. When I do, I'm that's gonna cut it off and put a little fat guy.
Well, folks are going to know what this show is about already. So Mark's already spilled the beans.
I did not spill the beans.
Yep. Well, here we are, folks. It's another Tuesday, and the only reason why y'all come to this show is to see one thing in general, and of course, I'm going to give it to you. Smoothest transition in the vaping show game. Here we go, folks.
Oh.
Look at that right there. Looking. Oh my God. Well, that was smooth. And look who we've got on here. Everybody's probably freaking out. Holy crap. It's TVC on here.
They haven't seen me for a while.
They haven't. It's been what, since Sunday? So
2 days.
It's been a long
reviewers ever.
What's that?
He's one of the top paid YouTube reviewers ever.
I know. And somebody I think owes him quite a bit of money also, so that's how he got
that shit.
Thanks for helping me and Amy suffer, Mark.
I sent Mike the money. He said he was going to drop it off at Brian's house.
Oh, so now it's Mike's fault.
Yes.
You sent me money? Where is it?
Remember, you got it last week.
I didn't get shit from you.
The
it shows
thickens.
The check was cashed.
Nope.
Good Lord.
You don't even have a checkbook.
Thanks for having me on the show, ST.
Yeah, let me get this shit fired up real quick.
Yeah.
So, good evening, folks. It is the True Vapor Show number 243. Yes, I'm holding the titles on these shows.
There we go.
There we go. So, let's get cranked up as usual. Take it away, Mr. Mock.
Oh, shit. This thing keeps falling over. I got my trusty Minikin. I don't know which one it is with the RDA, not made for vaping. I've been vaping on an RDA for 6 months now. We got the Minikin 21 700 with the new mesh RTA from Geek Vape. I don't know the name, but it doesn't really matter. And then on juice, we got some, what is this shit? My third bottle of the donut custard. As you can see, it's fresh. And then we got some crispy whatevers from Keep It 100, Make It 100, whatever.
Do they pay you for that?
Oh, they should, though. They really should. And then that's it. I got my GT4 sitting here, but I'm not vaping it. It's just sitting there.
Because it's about to go on the shelf?
No, it's leaking.
Oh, okay.
It's actually been sitting here like all week with juice in it.
Wow.
I don't know what that means. Take it away, Brian.
Well, I will. And I just want to point out, you told me the GT4 was the greatest single coil RTA ever made.
It is.
And I went out and bought it. And now yours is sitting on the desk, not being used.
I got to re-wick it. I've been super lazy. Like, has anybody else out there been super lazy when it comes to vaping? Like building?
Right me.
Yeah, I've been lazy as fuck.
I got to re-wick mine too.
I'm amazed that I found time to be on the show tonight because I had a pretty busy day. Woke up around 9 a.m., had a little breakfast, and then I sat and stared at my phone for about an hour and a half. Was back in bed by 11:30. Slept till about 4. Woke up, had some coffee, had some dinner. Then I stared at the television and watched 000, I think it's called, on Amazon Prime. And I am. So
that movie's all subtitles, right?
It's not all subtitles, Mark, but when there's people that speak their native language, like Italian.
Well, someone recommended us to watch it, and then when I started watching it, it was all subtitles, so we turned it off.
But dude, you can read a little bit to get into the story.
If I'm going to read a movie, I might as well just read a book.
Maybe you could read a book and it would help your fucking brain out a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you. Take it away, Brian.
I am taking it away. All right. I got the Cuckoo for Cocoa Cox right here. Vaping on that tonight, UL. I also have the GT4 that I actually am vaping on the UL whatever the fuck too. And I have this little mouth to lung Go S from Inikin that I'm paid to say that I'm vaping on, but I actually am vaping on it, so it's amazing. I have an Addy stand that I'd like to give a shout out to Bearded Viking Customs. I got this in the mail. It's got, look at that.
Oh, you got yours. I want to see Mark's. I told you Mark would copy me.
Yes, he did.
I told you he would copy me. There you go. Everybody in chat, remember I was showing it? He copied me again.
I chose this color way before Mike did. Way before Mike did.
Dude, I was showing that off before you even had yours. What are you talking about?
I got proof. First of all, I got receipts.
You copied me again.
I also got a little clutch and RDA for vaping on top of that I'm using. And I'm going to shout this out. I got this and I opened it the first day because I'm a true friend.
Here it goes.
Here we go.
All I know is that Mark left his in the mailbox for like 4 days.
Yep.
And ST doesn't have time because he's obviously busy too. But I'm vaping on Cloud Country, baby. This is the blueberry cornbread pudding. And it's fucking delicious. Cloud Country.
I haven't tried mine yet, but when I got it, I sprayed the bottles with Lysol.
Thank you.
Goes to be on the safe side.
Yeah. So I'm vaping on the blueberry tonight, but there's also the strawberry cornbread pudding and the regular cornbread pudding. So if you love cornbread pudding, man, this stuff is the shit. So that's it. Take it away, Mike Vapes.
My man. Nefarion, you almost had it right. I do not have a Chroma R and then Anani. That's ST.
That's me.
That's ST. But the other stuff, yeah, but I'm actually got a whole new buffet tonight. Whole new buffet going on. I'm vaping on the Boxer Classic with the Intake Dual. Yep, I just busted this setup out. Very nice setup. Some of this juice, vaping it for the first time. Some raspberry custard by Royal. Yep, very delicious stuff right there. I'm also vaping on this. This just came in. I got the Mono SQ. And I got the GT Typhoon GT4 something. Yes, I'm vaping on that too. And I have inside there a new e-liquid I finally just started using. Some Abule Bolu inside that. And also vaping on. What's up, Steve?
I know the focus is slow.
Well, because Steve is fucking with me. Ever since the last video I did, I had Type-C charging. He got pissed. He likes micro USB. So anyway, Innikin Go S. And inside here, we have some strawberry 12 milligram cornbread pudding inside that. We also got little clutch action. Yep, I just got this in the mail today. The clutch and my new RDA, the Rebirth. And inside there, some Taffy Splash. And for the finale, first time you guys are going to see this setup, this RTA. New, it should be coming out next week. It should be available. We have the Intake Dual.
World premiere.
Intake Dual. And we have the Chroma. Minikin Kodama 21700 purple edition. Look at that, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, inside this we have some strawberry donut. I dropped it. Some strawberry donut. Hit that donut. Take it away, ST. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right. I actually got some new things in myself. So to start off,
free shit.
Chroma R with the Anani.
There you go.
And last but not least, the D-Salt. I mean, that is brand new technology right there. That is just coming out of China. So in those, I've got some.
Because you smoke.
I do. I've got a little Boston cream. And what have I got this? Oh, I got that needle tip coquito stuff rocking in there. So there you go. Big thing. So first off, I want to say today was a little interesting because I've got my first package from China since all this crazy stuff's been going on. So let me give you a quick little breakdown for those of y'all out there that are expecting packages from China. I don't quite know if you'll get it like this, but let me reach over here. So I had all these. These were, in a box, Vaporesso stuff.
Team free shit.
Yep.
And on top of that box, when I opened it, I cannot believe that I received this right here. For those of y'all that kind of like really want a package like this, there you go, folks. Equipped with 30 masks.
Vaporesso sent that.
Yes, they did. So
nice.
That's because you need to put them on when you open up the package.
Probably so.
Yeah, I was thinking, ST, when we do your show, we should play the Bulls introduction music. And we should introduce people like for you, we'd be like, and starting captain of Team Free Shit, Sage Vapes.
We could do that. We could.
Didn't you get something else also in the mail today? Actually, you picked up something today?
I did pick up something today. I'll talk about that here in just a second.
Okay,
but
here we go.
I do want to state this right here. So my daughter's in the living room we're in this big kind of like group chat thing we've got going. I was just telling these guys that, you know what, DHL is supposed to be delivering today, so this is going to be pretty interesting. And sure enough, I heard a door slam, and it was DHL. So what I did was, I've got some surgical gloves here at the house. I went out through my garage, out in front of the house, picked up the bag with my gloves on, took it to the garage, got the razor out, cut the bag open and box, disposed of all that, and then I got out the Lysol wipes and went to town on this stuff. There it is right there.
There, baby.
Aren't flights from China?
There's the guy.
They're closed down, right? Like no incoming flights from China?
Apparently not, because DHL's getting through.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why can they ship products?
Because it's products, it's not people.
Yeah, but still, it could have it on the product, right?
Call somebody, Mark, if you don't like the way things are done.
It's not coming from China.
Mark doesn't like it.
But it originated in China. No, I think did your package come from China or no?
It did come from China.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I got something from China too. I don't feel comfortable.
Well, actually, it came mine came from Hong Kong, from where it originated.
I even sprayed this thing with Lysol when I got it. I sprayed every fucking thing.
But yeah, pretty crazy. I wiped the hell out of that stuff before it came into the house, and I still felt like, just with everything that's going on, it was like, oh wow. But anyway, and I guess there are more product that's starting to head here sooner or later. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm starting to slowly get emails from like Vaporesso and what's the one with the S?
I don't know, but I got one from Freemax. I got one from Tofo.
What did Freemax send you?
Freemax just asked if I'd be interested in something new they've got coming out. What it is, I have no idea. But
the Broncos 2?
It could be. It could.
They never released the Broncos 2, so it could be coming out now.
Well, they never really released the Broncos 1, so
they're releasing the oxygen.
Oh shit!
Oh damn! I forgot all about that name right there.
That oxygen. I don't think the market's ready.
There are no restrictions across the world on trade. Thank you, TSS.
There we go.
So you can't fly here, but you can send us some shit.
Mark, we talked about this like on consecutive shows that you were on.
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, just me.
There's the front of the oxygen.
There it is.
The RDA that never was, but could be.
Yep. That right there was going to be the RDA out before the drop.
So yeah, how old is that thing?
I can tell you how long that goes back.
Dude,
that's like 4 years old, maybe?
I started working on the oxygen in like 2016. And before that, the step was 2015.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm certain over time, y'all have probably seen little pictures here and there of some of the ideas he had for decks back then, and they were pretty elaborate compared to some of the stuff you'll see. Mm-hmm. But they just, like a lot of things, never came to light. Never got to see it to the shelf where people were buying it up. So,
well, the way it works is if the shit's not good enough that it's the only thing you want to vape, then how can you put it out?
True.
You know what I mean?
Are you willing to show the deck on that?
On the oxygen
chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know someone's probably going to steal the idea.
Yep. It's not even that.
His name is Mark.
Yeah.
No, that's not me.
You'll notice there's little tiny air, little bottom air.
Wow, those are huge.
Yes, remember the plugs and the reducers?
Yep, there were different sizes.
Where do you think Mark got his idea from?
Yep.
Now remember, guys, this is 2016.
He actually took the idea of the oxygen and the drop to make his Nada RD.
Look at this. Look at the innovation on the post screws. They were flathead, but they didn't slide off to fuck your hands up.
Look how big those air holes are. Holy fuck.
Look at the posts.
Yep.
All that build space in there. Nothing was compromised.
Now, hold on. That was in 2016, that?
2016, yeah.
And Mark, when was the Nada? 2018?
Yeah.
Look at the bottom airflow on that thing.
Is that 28 millimeter or 30?
Look at that.
How big is
fucking way ahead of its time. Yep.
Coming soon, folks.
Yep.
So
that's Brian's cash out project right there.
Here we go.
He's looking to cash out. He's going to drop that one.
Yeah, that one could still show up sooner or later.
This is another prototype. This one had 4 posts.
Oh, I remember when you had all that stuff going,
crazy.
dude.
Look at
Yep.
that. Fucking craziness, man. Yes, sir.
So, I guess for folks out there on YouTube that receive stuff from DHL, you probably gonna start getting your stuff here pretty soon. So,
Yeah, I know people are saying in chat that the virus can't live that long, staying on a package from China, but I don't know. I'd still fucking spray it or wipe it down.
oh yeah. Oh, and here's something else. It just happened with Brian a few minutes ago. Mine happened an hour and 16 minutes ago. Technically, my city was shut down at 6 p.m. this evening, Central Time. I just had my work email me a piece of paper in case I get stopped out on the roads that's what I show for my pass. So I never thought that I would see these times come where stuff happens like this, but pretty crazy stuff going on. So,
well, at least they're doing it right by you guys, where you need a piece of paper to prove that you could be out. Unlike Chicago, where you could just be out. Like,
yeah. Well, and let me make this clear. The only reason why I have received one, because my job is considered an essential job at staying open during all this, and I have to travel to and from. Now, the thing that's a little bit of a fine line to me is there are people, because they're leaving gas stations open, grocery stores open, people still got to go to the grocery stores and stuff. So
Yep.
I'm guessing maybe if you're out during the day, they're not really going to.
They're gonna shut down the gas stations, or they're gonna shut down those places at night, like food stores and stuff like that. They're gonna be closed at like whatever the curfew is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know exactly how all this is going to work, but it's pretty.
The mayor
crazy.
in New York actually wants martial law to happen. He wants the military to come in. He was saying that.
You think that's a good thing, Mike?
Well, look, I think somebody needs to come in to stop all the gatherings at the parks, people playing basketball. You know, the youngsters, they're doing that, and that's just spreading it. The only way to stop it is for everyone to stay home.
Yep.
You know, there's that peak point, and we're going to hit that peak point hard. And
yeah, and we haven't even reached
talking about this stuff again. But anyway, you guys saw what's going on in Italy.
Yeah.
I say if someone's out and they're not supposed to be out, grab them, lock them up until this clears. And
They ain't arresting anybody, too. The cops won't approach somebody. They're afraid. What if that person has the virus?
Kid Bass, I think our number total in state is, I believe it's somewhere between 700 to 800. And to me, that's kind of on the lower side compared to some of these other states.
But New Jersey and New York are like the hotbed right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, and Illinois is about to is turning into a hotbed at the moment. So
they posted a picture of a refrigerated trailer that they're putting all the bodies in Chicago.
Yeah, that's going to be their new makeshift morgue right there. So
yeah,
that's
running out of room apparently.
That's a little disturbing to hear. But so what Mike was kind of talking about a little bit earlier. So I actually took off work today. I was on a mission to take care of a little bit of business, and I wanted to pick up one more piece of arsenal for my library of stuff. So I've got a buddy that works at a shop, and he put something to the side for me. So the place I went to, which I'm not saying names because it's not of importance for me to say those kind of names. But
if you bought this from a legitimate place, why is the serial number scratched off?
Anyway, it's not. But
so they sent it to you for review.
Boy, I wish on that deal.
Can we get a desk pop?
I wish that too, actually, but I can't.
I would love a desk pop.
This one be a little bit more of a desk pop than the typical. But
I was telling ST before the show that people like Mark and I, we definitely shouldn't have weapons like that in our houses. We'd end up either shooting ourselves, our spouses, or fucking, blowing through the neighbor's wall of their house.
The minute I buy something like that, I'd want to go out in the parking lot and start shooting it off. Like
Mike's responsible. He's got like shit secured. He's ready. He doesn't fuck around with them. If he does fuck around them, he understands how to use them, how to clean them. Me, I'd have mine like under the seat cushion on the couch or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well,
unlocked with bullets in it.
So today is the craziest day I've ever went to go purchase a firearm. I'll just state it like that because there was a line to get into this place today, and I knew that. And the place opened at 10, and I was roughly about the 23rd, 24th person back, and it was a fairly decent line for this place. They were letting 10 people in at a time. So they let the first 10 in. And if anybody out there knows when you're purchasing, a firearm, you got to do background checks. You got to fill out paperwork. It's not just a walk in real quick and walk out. Most people that are standing out there, that was what their intent was. It really wasn't to buy ammo, even though there is a shortage of ammo right now because people are buying it up like crazy. So the first 10 went in. I'm still steadily standing out there waiting, and I've got a group of folks that get a little rowdy in front of me, which I guess I've gotten a little older. Started making me a little nervous because they started kind of inciting a riot a tad bit, and people were kind of agreeing, and I'm stuck in between these two sets of crowds, and I was like, stuff might be going down a little quicker than what I thought. So, but luckily these folks left the premises. They got out of there. I was able to get in. I got my business handled. But the thing that made me nervous was they opened the doors at 10. They were going to quit doing background checks at 12. It was like 11:20 by the time I was walking in the door. So I was like, woo, I just got in there. Now, most places in my area are either sold out of a lot of certain handguns, and it's just not my area. You look on YouTube, you can look at videos of gun shops all across this country. They're hot in demand right now. So people are buying them up like crazy, and ammunition is very hard to find right now. So I was able to get in there, get my business handled, got out. It did kind of help that I knew the manager in there because he knew exactly what I was looking for, had it ready for me. But it was a little nerve-wracking today because I've never felt nervous doing so, and I've bought many of guns over my lifetime, and this was a pretty crazy day for it. And then just on top of knowing that our city was about to shut down here, it's just there's a whole lot going on, and I guess it hadn't settled in with me quite yet with everything. But
are you going to show off your new toy?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, you're not going to show it?
Nope. Nope.
Son of a bitch.
It's not to be I'm not flashing all my shit on here. So
it's a machine gun with it's got a grenade.
It's not a machine gun.
It's got a grenade launcher on the bottom.
Oh Lord. Good Lord. Anyway,
he has mine set up in his front yard.
Yeah, I do. So
he bought an RPG blunt.
Yeah. He has a personal tank for his garage that he could just open the garage doors and roll it out.
Yeah. But it was definitely a different day today. But yeah. I did what I set out to do and got it knocked out. So
now, ST, if you have a weapon, are you allowed to go into your backyard with a target and shoot it?
No, because I'm in the city limits. Well, I'm not in the city limits, but I live in a residential area. I don't live out in the woods, so I can't just step out the back door which I wish I did. I wish I lived out, deep in the country where I could step out of my door and just do what I want, but I'm not that fortunate at the moment. So
if your sports team wins a game, can you run out in your backyard and fire into the sky with excitement?
No, I don't live in one of those kind of areas, but I'm certain there are a lot of areas in this country where people do that, and I just don't happen to be that one. So,
okay.
But yeah, it was definitely a different day.
It's like buying a brand new toy and not being able to play with it. I'd want to shoot it.
Yeah.
Mike, can you get a concealed carry in New York where you're at?
Yes, you could get but you got to go through a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they go through so many different checks and stuff. And it takes a long time that they make it so it discourages you. But you could get it if you just say, you know what, screw you guys, I get discouraged. Go and you could get it. Yeah. But they do a background check, big time. Background check.
I know in New Jersey,
if they're divorced, for example, they ain't giving it to you.
Oh, really?
Because they'll think that you might want to get it for that reason.
Conceal carry to your wife's house.
Yep. Yeah. It's so strict.
That's crazy.
Yeah. With the way I've grown up, if I had to move to New York or New Jersey or something, I would be plumb ass pitiful. I wouldn't know what to do with myself without having the luxuries that I have right now with things. But I'm a very responsible owner. I'm a very safe person, so I don't play around at all with that stuff. So for any of y'all that are thinking, oh, he's just some crazy loon, believe me, I'm farthest from it. And you could be my bestest of friends, and if I seen you acting in a very strange way with a handgun, I will chew you out up and down. So I have no problem doing that. But yeah, so my day's been I guess my day's been pretty interesting. Also, me and my daughter made a quick run up to the grocery store just to knock out a few little necessities, but we went in with surgical gloves. You
wore masks?
Nope.
I didn't have any masks, so I wasn't able to wear that.
You took a big risk.
I know.
Especially that allowing 10 people at a time inside that store.
And standing in line with all those people.
Hey, sometimes stuff happens. I don't know what.
Glad you're not hanging out with me live on the show.
But I did want to say something though. I see PK out there, and I seen him make a comment at the beginning of the show, but I didn't want to cut anybody off like I typically would. I did see where PK said he went to IHOP today, and that uniform's coming in pretty handy.
IHOP.
PK, I've got a great idea for you, and it just hit me. Why don't you start your YouTube channel up, and it be all the restaurants you go to and get free meals with your cop uniform that you have, that since you're no longer a cop?
That's not a bad idea, actually.
That would be an awesome channel right there, to see how many videos you could knock out of how many different places are going to give you free food when you're not supposed to be getting it.
Hated, wouldn't he?
He would be the most hated on YouTube, but you think his numbers would be outstanding, I bet.
Yeah, it would.
I would start pulling women over in your cop uniform and see.
And that's why you're never going to be a cop.
Mark, see, the thing, when I see Mark and I think of a cop uniform, I think of maybe the top two buttons kind of like done up, even though people that are in law enforcement kind of know that you've really got a zipper underneath there. But let's just say in Mark's case, he's got like the 3 buttons open at the bottom of the shirt because they won't button. And he's got like a little bit attached up at the top, gut kind of hanging out a little bit. He's got like an old wheel gun hanging off his side, and it's hanging down pretty far because his pants won't stay up either. So that's the kind of...
I'm sorry, ma'am, I pulled you over, but what can you offer me to let you go?
Yeah, that's why you're not a police officer.
Oh, man. But PK, if you do take my idea, I will send you my PayPal if you want to get set up and start sending me payments for those good ideas and all that good stuff. One other thing I need to mention real quick. Tonight, after this show goes off, the Smoker Show with Phil and Dimitri will be coming on directly after, and there is going to be a special guest on there that is a regular on this show. He's a part of this show. Mr. Mike Vapes is going to be on there, so everybody that's watching here needs to jump over there when it's time to do it. So that should be a pretty interesting show.
Is that immediately following this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Mike is finally going to tell off Phil and Dimitri, tell them how it is, and kind of put them in their place. So it's going to be
There's a lot to be
interesting.
exposed tonight.
I'm going to layeth the smackdown.
Yep.
So PSS said in chat that masks don't do anything.
Yes, they do.
Masks do absolutely nothing to protect you from the virus. You're still breathing air. It's a misconception.
It's not a misconception.
But hold on.
It helps you not touch your face and touch your nose with your hands, and your hands have bacteria and viral.
But
Has that been proven and documented that a mask does absolutely nothing?
That's what I'm saying. If someone has it and they're breathing in front of you and you got a mask on, are you going to get it?
Well, that's the thing. It might help, it might not, but your chances are, your percentages are greater maybe that you won't get it because you've got it on, opposed to not having anything at all.
I'll tell you what happens. First of all, if you go into a supermarket, whatever, and anything, there's even if the virus, someone sneezes behind you or something, no matter what the situation is, your clothing will have the virus on it, even though you haven't breathed it in. You're supposed to actually take all your clothes off and wash it immediately and shower when you go outside around people, even if you have a mask on. It's stuck on your hair. It could be stuck on.
That's another thing. So when you wash your hands, you're supposed to wash them for 20 to 30 seconds. But when you take a shower, you don't wash your body parts for 20 or 30 seconds. So how does that work out?
How long do you wash your body parts?
Well, when people wash, they usually take the washcloth and they're in the shower and they go like this and they rinse off. But they're not washing their arm for fucking 20 seconds and going to the next arm and doing their tits for 20 seconds.
No, I'm an armpit, balls, asshole kind of guy.
You just wash those parts, that's it?
Of course.
So you
Well,
got like
The way most dudes are.
The thing with me is, I mean, I've got to take some risk, obviously, because my job still requires me to be there. So I've still got to get outside. I've still got to be around people. It's not of my choice, even though I would be a little stressed if my job did shut down, because I don't know what the future would hold for it if we have to take some kind of hit like that, because I work for a very large company. But anybody can take, a hit from this right here. But so in one sense, I'm pretty glad that things are still kind of going the way they are with me. But yes, the chances are, a little bit higher for me that I could catch this. And to be honest with you, perfectly honest with you, who's to say, and we've talked about this already, who's to say I didn't have this a few weeks ago when I got real sick back to back?
I thought you did.
They weren't testing for it, so they would have never known it. So
now, if you had an ST, right, and say you're through it right now, if you got tested now, would it show up that your body had it?
I don't know. And then, from my knowledge, is you can get it and catch it again. So
that's the crazy part, getting it and catching it again.
Yeah. So
no, they're saying that people that have gotten it and didn't show any symptoms, and then they eliminated it, they can't get it again, but because they want to test those people, they wanted blood samples from them because there's something in their blood to show how their system fought it off, I guess. Yeah.
I guess
who knows? But you hear so many stories, you don't even know what's true and what's not
Exactly.
true. I have no clue, man. The best thing is to just stay inside if you can. Don't go out. So I don't know.
And I know at the moment they're still debating and fighting what the stimulus package is going to be. And I know there's a lot of people out there right now that kind of need it now. So hopefully they'll come up with some, the two have got to meet somewhere and make something happen, because I know there's people out there that really need this. But
when you guys in chat get your stimulus checks, contact me. I got a bunch of stuff I could sell you.
The Vaping Fagan website will be back open for business.
Anything and everything for sale.
Yeah. Will you have anything beyond vaping products?
You name it.
Okay.
I'll sell anything. I got TVs, VCRs.
Wow, VCRs?
I got a VCR
Wow.
for sale.
Do you guys think that a lot of people are going to quit vaping during all this?
I don't know, man. I really
I
don't.
don't know.
You know what was kind of funny is that my brother texted me yesterday, and we were kind of going back and forth. And the last thing he said to me, and it kind of hit me funny, but he said, "Be careful with the vaping stuff." I'm like, wow, that it kind of hit me different coming from him opposed to other people.
I'm not concerned. I mean, a lot of people in my life have said the same thing because of what they see on the news and stuff, but that's been going on for.
And that's what he sees
forever.
and what's going on here lately.
But I'm thinking more the financial impact, the lack of availability of products.
True.
And also, when your family's in a serious situation where, putting food on the table is the number one priority and you don't have a lot of expendable excess money, these types of vices are the first thing you look at to sort of eliminate.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's going to impact people.
I'm kind of curious too if people are going to be kind of like that are in a very, very tight fix. Is that pack of cigarettes that's a little bit cheaper? Am I going to go for that opposed to, having to maybe spend a little bit more on some vaping stuff?
It's probably easier to buy cigarettes now than it is vape stuff.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm assuming, I'm not 100% certain, and I'm only speaking of my area. I really didn't see that on an essential list, and they kind of really broke an essential list down for our particular area. So I'm getting to wonder, and I guess I'll know tomorrow when I ride past one if it's open or not, but I don't know if they've closed the vape shops down. So
The PG thing about killing the virus, there's not enough PG in the e-liquid to kill the virus, or you don't intake enough PG to kill the virus.
Well, here's a good question. Here's a good question for people that are watching. For people that live in areas already that are affected, you know, to a point of where they have closed a bunch of stuff down, where vape shops are part of the close down. Because I don't know what kind of category they're putting that in.
I'm just wondering how many people are probably so stressed out that they just went back to smoking.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
And see, the thing here is the way that they word things. So it leaves you to wonder which way it's going. At first, they said essential, and they only named like police, fire, grocery, and gas are the only things that are allowed to stay open. And when I seen that, I'm thinking, oh crap, we're shutting down. And then not but an hour later, they put out a list of things that are essential and non-essential. And then, of course, I'm sitting there, medical, and so we made the cut. But I didn't see things like, you know, vape shops or anything like that. OD Rip says, yes, they close doors. So there you go.
I'm assuming all utility companies are like internet, cable, electric, gas. That's all remaining open, I assume.
Yeah. Most vape shops here in the UK are closed. So
yeah, so that's gotta.
But look, Saber the Vapor says vape shops in Canada were considered essential. So I guess they're going to keep the doors open on them. So
I've had a lot of concerns, ST, about like you see like new products that you guys have received in the mail. And I saw a couple companies release new RTAs, new RDAs, new mods. And I'm thinking to myself, like similar to like the entertainment industry, how like Wonder Woman was pushed back until August instead of June. And a lot of other major tentpole movies are being pushed back or released online. Do you think it's, first of all, do you think that when the products are released now, the low sales will cause them to sort of hold back production and then re-release it? Or do you think they would have been better off just putting a pause button on it and waiting to release it at a later date? Or do you think it'll sell just fine because everybody's at home and they're looking for new products and they'll just buy on the internet?
Pause that shit.
I think pausing it, yeah, definitely. I think don't give wind to people of what we got coming. And, you know, when the time is right and people are actually, you know, able to purchase and do things, start doing
Remember, what they went through there, they're on the decline now. They're
Yes.
starting to get back to normal.
Yes.
So now it's, you can see it's just a chain event across the world. So they should actually, we're the customers, not in the China's not the customers.
Right.
Yeah.
If you think about it. So they technically need to wait before they release stuff.
Well, that's what happened. Like they were crippled so hard from the initial downturn and when they were quarantined that now that they're actually flatlining with the amount of people getting infected, they're all anxious to get back to work to save their businesses and to get products flowing again. But now there's nobody to buy the products.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, right?
And I know for a fact there's things in the works. I mean, of course, you know, there's just, I don't even going to say for who. Well, I mean, Matt's got one with Tofo coming out. We spoke a little about that the other night, and, you know, I've been hit up by Tofo. I'm sure Mike's going to be getting that also. And, you know, it's kind of I don't know, man. If I'd put a lot of energy into that and I had some say, my say would be hold off before we release this.
I'm surprised he's actually going through with this. I would have waited.
Yeah, I was shocked too that he was releasing something right now. Like, wow, that's your timing.
I just, you know, do you really want to gamble that a few maybe might sell and then you got to wait and then it's just kind of forgotten about or whatever the case might be? You know, to me, this is just not that time to be releasing something, but that's my opinion and that's how I feel on that. So
maybe they're hitting Russia hard because there doesn't seem to be any infected there.
No, that's wrong.
Is it wrong?
No, they got it going too.
Oh, really?
You can look at the world map and see they got a lot of cases over there too. So, but of course, if y'all been watching, I mean, hell, we're just going to throw it all in. You know, U.S. hit the third ranked country to have this, which kind of makes sense. But
you know, Pam, I heard the same thing about that. That there's the coronavirus is spiking again in China.
I seen that last night
I heard that too, but they didn't really talk about it today. I heard it yesterday.
I seen a release from their, I don't know what they consider their head of surgeon or whatever, but it was somebody, one of their high ranking doctors over there said that it's back on. So, but again, man, I mean, we've been looking at so much news from so many different sources. You don't know what's true and what's not. So,
Yep.
I would say if you have the money and you see a liquid sale, just buy a few extra bottles. And I don't think there's any delay. I know Amazon,
yes,
like their Prime deliveries are a month out. I was trying to order some shit yesterday, and it wasn't going to get delivered to like April, late end April.
it's only essential products they're doing on Prime to get it like same time. But yeah. And apparently your house air filters are considered essential because I ordered mine just the other day and they were here within a day. So
Nice.
they ship pretty quick. So,
I didn't know Cheryl was in New Hampshire. That's cool.
I agree. Don't trust China. They lie. I'm with you on that one.
well, so that's about the extent of things, I guess, that's been going on in the past 2 days. I can say this, since Sunday, things, at least for me, have even flipped, a bit more since then. I received an alert text after the show Sunday from my job. Our hours have changed. I'm working less now. They don't want shifts overlapping. They don't want people around each other at all. So it's, they're trying to take every measure they can to be safe with things, but it's still business pretty much as normal with us. So that was pretty drastic there. And, I know the things going on in Brian's area, especially Mike's area, Mark's, everybody on this panel, but mainly really for Mike. Mike is still pretty much the epicenter for a lot of this stuff.
They said probably in 2 weeks here in New York, it's going to be bad. The hospital's going to be overrun.
Man, and that's...
See, now Trump is saying the opposite. He's saying in a couple of weeks, everything's going to be been better.
Everything Trump said today was for the stock market.
Yeah.
To stave.
And you notice the stock market actually did pretty good today. So
everything he said was for the stock market. He's saying he wants open up. He wants by Easter. I don't see that happening. No way.
I don't
either.
What is Easter?
About 2 more weeks.
2.5 weeks.
So, thank you for the donation there, Mr. Mick Kerr. He says John Hopkins have released a myths. What is that? Myths?
I've released myths. A myths
list for coronavirus, and they do talk about face mask if anyone is interested. Well, thank you for the donation and that information, sir. What else have we got rolling around? So has any... this is the thing. My wife even mentioned this, and I think we're all kind of the same. Everybody in this country, everybody in this world has heard about it. But do you actually know anybody that's had it? Because I don't.
No.
I thought I've had it like 15 times.
Yep. My friend Jimmy, his friend, which is my friend too, his name is Nick. I think one of his family members has it, but I haven't heard since then. There were 10 people in a house. He was sick. The husband, he had it very bad time, and their 2-year-old kid had it. And from what I heard was the rest got tested, and none of them had it. They were in the house with them.
That's crazy.
Which I'm kind of glad to know that I don't know anyone that has it.
Yeah.
Because then you'll start getting freaked out when you start knowing like family members and friends that have it.
But how true that story is, I'm not sure. So, but that's like the closest I have to knowing.
Yeah, my wife's kind of take on this now is she's like, I wonder if this stuff's kind of fake because we don't know anybody that's got it. But
that's what the conspiracy theory channels are saying. They're all like, "There's nobody got it. They're full of shit." It's all fucking.
You got an Asian $5.
Where?
From Mick Kerr.
We just
more
pay attention.
Did you just read it seriously?
Oh my god!
Wow, my brain is
Unbelievable.
Mark,
This goddamn Corona talk. You're fucking my head up.
Here we go.
Mark is over there shopping on Amazon. He
Yeah,
ain't
he
paid a
is.
damn bit of attention.
Does anybody else have cabin fever? Because I'm getting like a whole The Shining feel at my house. Like I'm on the couch today, and Amy's like, "You're breathing too loud." Like we're starting to really get on each other's nerves. I think.
Yeah.
OD Rip, I heard the same thing. Blood type A is the most at risk of getting the virus.
Ooh.
I don't know what blood type I am. Son of a bitch.
Mark, I don't think you have a blood type, so
Probably not.
I think the
Mark's
corona
blood type is
gonna,
butter.
yeah, it's gonna skip you regardless, dude. You ain't got shit to worry about. So.
Yeah, you're a spitting image of health and wellness.
Oh, well, look who just came in here.
Here we go.
Ronnie Smokes. What's up, buddy?
Oh, they said Donnie smokes. I'm like,
No.
Honey, hope all is good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
definitely. I hope everything's going good with you and the newborn.
Yeah,
So,
baby.
Kind of a, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to have a newborn right now in these times, just with everything that's going on. But I don't know.
It's Australian money, not Asian. Thank you.
For me, I'm kind of used to this. I'm always home anyway. So, like,
Yeah.
I know for myself, and even Mark, we're hermits.
Pretty much.
No, Mark's living a good life right now. Only exception is that Marcus is home with them, and I'm certain he's. Well, that's probably not an issue now either because you're not really cranking out the videos you had been before in the past. So
That's the thing, though. That's the thing that we're used to being hermits, but we technically have nothing to do. It's like
yeah,
we're just sitting around. It's like,
It is kind of driving me crazy a bit.
But there's a different feeling when you have off from work and you have time to yourself than when you have to be at home. You know what I mean? It changes the mental of it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Mark, I'm certain there's a lot of folks that are interested too because I just seen like a comment stating towards this. Was y'all able to go to the dispensary and stock up on stuff?
No, it's only for medical patients now.
Oh damn!
The recreational has been closed until further notice,
And
which is kind of a good thing because I'm not partaking that much in it during this because it'll really freak me out. Like, I'll get really paranoid. Like this is the wrong time for me to start using that. I'll take a little before the FAQ or something, but that's about it.
And two, you're probably just about out, so you're trying to conserve a little bit.
No, he went and got gummies today.
No, we didn't get. I wish we did. No, we got decent stock. I think we're gonna be making hard candies with the smokable we have.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Amy's been crocheting to pass the time. She's
I've
getting
seen
really
some
good.
pictures.
Yep. Keeping herself busy. She also has a beautiful Easter decorations in the front of the yard, and she's involved in the neighborhood group chat. So she has a Find the Golden Easter egg. So we've had a lot of neighborhood kids walking by our house the past couple days. Yep.
And nobody's been like getting pretty nasty about telling folks to get out of the yard.
No, it's been cool, man. Amy was out talking to the neighbors today at a distance.
Good.
We have a whole little community going on that Amy's sort of leading the positivity in the neighborhood, which I would expect.
Social distancing. So
Yep.
my daughter.
Thank God Starbucks drive-thru was open. That's all I have to say.
Oh, I know. 'Cause she's all about that. So.
Ugh, could get ugly.
My daughter gets pretty. I think she has a good time with it, but in the past where we've been out walking around and all that stuff's gotten kind of fired up, I'm steadily just screaming to folks like I do because she gets all freaked out. I'm constantly going 6 foot, get 6 foot away from me right now, and just saying it to random strangers, and dude, crazy times we're living in right now. So, but all right. We got about 10 minutes left here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. So we've got a business meeting to get taken care of. Mark, you want to pull us up a business miser?
A business miser. Let's do it.
Yep. And of course, if you'd like to be a part of this business meeting, it is going to require you to be at least 21 years of age and be a U.S. resident. And as always, Brad's is the host of this meeting. You all know who Mr. Brad's Vapor is. So, with that being said, since Mr. Herb is joining us tonight, Mr. Herb, will you give us a number this evening?
Take your time.
Let's do it real clean, simple, and fresh. How about the number 1?
Why is Starbucks an essential business?
Obviously, because they know that people will go crazy and kill their husbands or wives if they don't get their hit.
That is true.
All right, number 1. Here we go. We got a 2 and a 3. We don't have a 1.
We've always got 2, 3s, 4s, and 5s.
We got a 2, 3, and 5. No 1. We got a number 1. H-Town Vapes. Congratulations, H-Town.
All right, Mr. H-Town, all you need to do is contact me at stvape72@gmail.com. I need you to send a photo ID with address and birth date, and we'll get your business meeting taken care of. So congratulations to you, and thank you for watching this event. Y'all got any final thing? Hold on. You know what I just noticed? Mark.
Yo.
What's going on with the beard this evening? It looks like you got 2 chunks and they're going like eastbound.
I didn't do my normal routine because people have been complaining about it. So it's all deformed now.
The beard ironing?
Yeah, look, he's got 1 chunk that's curled out and then one going straight down.
It's all fucked up. That's why I've been ironing it, because it's fucked up.
Look how clean Mike's is. It's all like nice and tidy. And then look at Mark's.
I know. I look homeless.
Why don't you
That's why I've been doing it.
Why don't you put like a perm in it or put some rollers in it or something like that?
That's what I'm hoping.
It's long enough. Or won't you put like a little rubber band in it?
I got a rubber band? I got an O-ring. Let's try that.
I think it's all dried out from all the food that gets caught in it.
And it does taste like chicken and cheese and chocolate.
Lord. Hot Pockets.
Reverend V said the mask deformed it.
Could be that too.
That's true. Mark has been wearing his respirator quite a bit. We'll give him that.
Match, folks.
Mark looks like he's about to go out and paint a car. Let's see what we got there, dude. That's you.
That's a cool look.
That is you. All right, so that was taken care of. By the way, we already did that, Adrian. You're a little late off in here, and Adrian just wanted his name shouted out. So again, if y'all are in, and I believe it's the Ohio area, if I'm correct, if y'all are in that area, I don't know where at, but somewhere, if you're looking for some of the best fried chicken in town, he works in a little one-man drive-through. There's guys a little cook in there and all that stuff. Just pull up to the window, make your order, and then roll on out. He'll definitely hook you up. Yep. So, and he's been hurting here lately. He really needs the business over there. If you want, you can pay him in Newports. So,
Captain Lou Albanos.
Yep.
Mark, guys.
You son of a bitch.
Look at that. Marcus really decked that thing out. Dude, I think that should be your new look right there.
I'm going to go for it.
Just let that thing keep growing out and get longer and longer. And then you start putting multiple ones in it.
Yeah.
That's the same rubber bands he puts on his penis to keep hard.
Oh, my God. That's
why
good.
It was on the desk when he
That's
jerks
not a bad
off.
idea, using rubber bands to keep an erection.
I figured you'd need it.
That's no good at all. Well, folks, we're going to end this a few minutes early tonight. I'm going to give Mike a chance to do what he's got to do this evening. And as always, I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget Thursday night, the Vape team. And then Sunday night, there's no telling what's going to go on. Hopefully, we're all still kicking and doing our thing. But Brian, thank you for coming on with us this evening.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as always, Mike and Mark,
Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, you got to be here. So, but anyway, we're going to get out of here, folks. Like I've said in the past, I hope everything's going well with everybody. If it's not, just keep your head up, keep fighting through it. We're all going to make it through it. So,
yep.
With that being said, we are going to get out of here. We will catch y'all next Tuesday. So don't forget, as soon as this goes off, go over to Phil Basardo's channel, and you're going to catch them on another show with Mr. Mike Vapes over there. And make sure every one of y'all go over there. Let's give them some of the highest numbers they've ever had and tell them that we sent you over there, even though he's going to be in it. So with that being said, smooth transition out.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Man, I keep forgetting that damn sound effect.
Patrick King said, Mark, pay Brian.
I'm on it.
When are you ever gonna pay him, dude?
This week.
Lord, this has turned into like, you know,
I'm waiting for my stimulus check.
that ain't gonna be enough to cover it. Oh Lord.
Amy and I have been eating cabbage soup.
Well, that's good.
That's all we have money for.
I
love
know.
cabbage.
With that money, that stimulus check that Mark could give to Brian could really help him eat, get Starbucks, you know,
I'm sure it can.
give maybe Brian some extra money towards a new computer. I don't know, whatever it might be. But anyway, we're out. Good night.
Bye.
Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo.